some of the top 10, this is like Jeopardy, some of the top 10 New Year's resolution that some people really go for in the new year.
Wait, do you want to guess or?
Let's see. Top 10 New Year's resolutions that everybody does. It has to be losing weight.
Yeah, that's the first one.
Yeah. You see that? Losing weight.
Yes, working out. I'll name them all and then we can talk about them. Okay, so we got working out, number 1. Saving money, personal growth, mental health, spiritual growth, getting into relationships, learning a new skill or hobby, quitting a bad habit, traveling more, and getting more organized.
Wow. Those are all good.
Yeah.
So I think that I think we should go over them. Are these doable resolutions or are they goals? Are they resolutions? Are they resolutions, which like to me are like not gonna happen, or are they doable goals? That's the word. Are they doable goals or just resolutions? Realistic. I think that if we're gonna play the game, the competitive game we talked about, I want to win. Type it in again. I want to win this year. If you're gonna play the whole 4 quarters of the game or the 9 innings, then you got to be realistic. You got to be realistic. So in the first one, losing weight, I was in the gym first day yesterday. And ironically enough, the gym was, it was not as packed as I thought it was going to be. Either that or people were just still hanging out, sleeping from the day, but everybody signs up for the gym. I'm talking about Planet Fitness had a whole business plan. I've seen so many commercials so far of Planet Fitness because they're capitalizing on the fact that what you just said, number 1, people just want to lose weight.
They're smart. They know what they're doing. I was thinking about this the other day too. They're like if you look at the New Year's Times Squares, the New Year's Eve, like everybody there, all the hats, all of them are sponsored by Planet Fitness. I literally saw a TikTok of like Planet Fitness. They took out it's like a trend now. This girl, she's like 1, 2, 3, release them. They brought her as their like part of their sponsorship. It's crazy. Like they are
so
really...
they sponsor the ball dropping.
Yeah.
And I think the confetti purple and yellow like Planet Fitness?
Honestly, I'm not even too sure. I just know that if you look at all the pictures, all the hats and all the little thingies are Planet Fitness. Everything's Planet Fitness. They're literally, that's what they do. They bank on like
they know that everybody's going to get so sloppy and fat during the holidays. And if they put that before you, you're going to go to their gym.
It's like what, like you say, Disney does and everything. Like and I witnessed this. I experienced this for the first time. I went into a store the other day and the smell hit me like it was beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh, I literally bought something.
See, I'm telling people, she says that because I'm all about scents.
Yeah. Scents,
good smell, right? And when you go, especially to Abercrombie, or you go Hollister, you walk by their store in the mall and it smells good. And then they do that in the casinos. Not that we all go. I don't go to casinos, right? But when you go to these, they smell good. They mess with your senses. And so she's saying she bought something. They got you.
Yeah, they did get me.
They got you. Right? And you ever smell, or a burger.
Oh, yeah.
I want a burger right now. And these are suggestions when you're watching commercials. Why do you think the Super Bowl, the most important part of the Super Bowl is not the Super Bowl, it's the commercials. Right? Because they know they got all eyes fixed and it's psychological. So they'll show a Snickers bar. Now you want a Snickers bar. Right? They know what they're doing. And even in movies, old movies, they show the Pepsi logo. And so we're getting back to Planet Fitness knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
They know what they're doing. I just want you to know I would never walk into a Planet Fitness. Well, I think they're ratchet.
No, I'll confess, guys. I definitely had a Planet Fitness membership.
Like maybe a card carrier.
Like 2 years ago, like that was my resolution, losing weight. I literally bought a Planet Fitness membership and I didn't even go. And so they were taking my money for like, because they don't let you cancel on the phone. You have to go in and cancel it.
I think these gyms, they know what they're doing. It's a business.
No,
and they
it's the
capitalize off of your resolution.
Yeah.
or for your weakness. You can't keep your mouth shut. You can't stop eating. You put on those pernil pounds and pastel pounds. And so they're like, let's make money off of your error, off of your mistake, right? So yeah, it's a top resolution. And again, no offense to my Planet Fitness people. If you go there, awesome.
Hey, that's
I was just kidding. I just think, Planet Fitness is funny. Planet Fitness is like the Walmart of. I'm just offending everybody.
I go to Walmart, so don't worry, guys.
No, you ever seen these videos? The craziest, ratchetest things happen in Walmart. Like, people's wigs, they start fighting, come off in Walmart. A lot of weird stuff happens in Walmart. Not that I'm too bougie, whatever, but anyway, Planet Fitness, we're getting off topic here. Planet Fitness, good job at your marketing job, what you did in New Year's Eve, because you know that people are watching. Like, I'm going to sign up for the gym tomorrow after that ball drops, and then you never go, or maybe you go, and then by January 7th it's over, and then they keep your money. So you can't cancel over the phone. You got to go in person, right? Maybe that works. Maybe you see the equipment and you go, but nonetheless, I think that it's important, if we're going to talk in the spiritual context, it's a good goal. It's a good goal. If you want to lose weight, yes. But let's talk about how to break down this game. Don't go full force and try to win the game at the beginning. Break down these quarters. So I would say quarter one is January, February, and March. You got the first 90 days. Pace yourself. Don't go in the gym today, second day of the year. I'm losing weight. I got my sauna suit. I'm losing water. Like I'm drinking gallons of water. And let's pace yourself. Let's talk about your eating.
Yeah.
A meal prep, maybe.
That's what I was gonna say. That could be a resolution, but you have to make it realistic. Like, you can't just expect to be skinny in like a month. You have to realize, I don't know. If you're going in for the first time, you can't expect to know what you're doing, and you can't expect to see results right away. You got to learn what you're doing. What are tries? What are biceps? What are these? What is that? How do I do a back routine? ChatGPT is the biggest thing now. You can even ask them for a workout routine.
There you go. You see this generation, man. She pulled out the chat. But it's true. If you don't have a trainer, you can't afford it for $9.99 a month. you get ChatGPT. And say, hey, whatever you call Siri, it's going to come up. He said, hey, Siri, why don't you just get me a workout routine?
For beginners. It's okay. Yeah, I feel like people expect so much, but it's okay to be beginner. You can't, you're not going to win. If I've never played basketball a day in my life, I'm not going to learn. I'm not going to be able to shoot a basketball.
So I think that's what gets people to quit and deter.
Yeah.
And give up so quickly because they go in at full force. You're not going to hit a home run in your first swing. You're not everybody is a Aaron Judge or, a superstar. I don't think they started like that. It happens slow pace. So don't get discouraged right at the beginning. Maybe you're getting discouraged because you're going full force into it, right? So I think that, yes, learn, research, and go slow. Start lifting low weights, fix your food, your habits, right? Because that's all part of it. So I think that it's an attainable goal.
Yeah, you can make it into a realistic.
Let's lose some weight this year. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready. I was there day one.
Yeah, I gotta dress to fit. All right, now we got saving money or finances.
I think that's another one. If we're in this game. Listen, you're getting married, right? You don't go in there and say, well, let's just get married. You got to start saving. There's a banquet hall. There's a dress. There's cakes. There's flowers. There's invitations. That's not going to pay itself. You have to plan for that. And so in this 2026, I think that's a realistic goal.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not just a resolution. So she's done some research and people talking about, number one, I'm going to be losing weight. Number two, save money. I think that's so important. So I think, to speak to the audience, you should have at least 6 months worth of a savings emergency fund. If you lost your job today, or if an emergency happened where, man, my engine blew, you can borrow money from yourself. Now, You're not going to have 6 months worth of stuff saved right now. Start working on that.
Mm-hmm.
And people give up because either, I don't have where to start. Well, listen, it's January. And what's coming up right now? What's the next income source? Because everybody's in the malls returning the stuff that they bought at Christmas, or their credit card is high from what they spent last month. What's the next income that's coming in?
Our taxes.
Come on, we get hood rich. The taxes are coming, and everybody's already got plans for that. Because when I talk about finances, when I give classes or I speak to you young guys about finances, I always say this. I always say that we tell our money
Where to go.
Where to go. Our money doesn't tell us where to go. And so when you say statements like, well, when the taxes come, I'm going to pay this, I'm going to pay that. No, it's already telling you what to do. You're going to say, when the taxes come, I'm putting that in my savings. And there's different ways when you can start saving money this year. It doesn't have to be $1,000 a month, whatever. You probably don't even make that. But just remember the first thing that goes out of your paycheck. Obviously, the taxes come out, right? The government takes, but who gets paid first? Come on.
God does.
God does.
God
And people are going to write to us now. Oh, let's talk about tithes. Listen, God gets paid. We take care of God, and we give him out of the gratefulness of our hearts. And then we have a savings. I would probably put 10% away.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would, what we call a seed account. People like to, a seed is, I like to buy somebody a dinner. I don't want to be that friend that we go and we're at the, at the restaurant or at the fast place and we're looking out and, oh, what you getting? I don't got money. Like, bro, I got you, right? You're the I got you guy. That means you have to, where are you pulling that from?
Mm-hmm.
I should have a seed account. Just a seed is, I'm going to plant a seed in you and it comes back to you. So we can talk about that, but I think it's a doable goal. But I think right now, when you get your taxes, if you work and you get your taxes, I would take half of that, put it away, and that's a starting fund. I think we could start there, and you'll have a successful new year. I talked to some of our guys that we mentor, and I remember saying, "Hi, you're going to get this job. Start." I gave them the plan. And we have a plan, savings, seed account, and giving. And then your regular, operation, you pay a bill, you pay cell phone, you have that. And man, I asked them the other day, how much you got saved? And I was like, all right, okay. You should at least by the end of the year have a good accumulated amount. If you save $1,800, that's better than what you did last year. If you save $1,000. So I think it's doable. Get a plan together. And remember, we're in quarter one, January, February, March. In 3 months, you can save a little something. Start now. Start today. You're about to get paid next week. Come on. Probably getting paid as you listen to this podcast. Save it. What are some other things that you researched out there?
Personal growth. And I guess this goes hand in hand with the next one, which is also mental health.
So people are saying that this year I'm going to work on losing weight. I'm going to work on saving. I'm doing personal growth. How do you see personal growth?
I would say something, again, Pastor always tells us, is that we got to level up each year. So I think personal growth is more like, what did you do last year? Like, let's say you had pink hair last year. Like, okay, this year I'm going to dye my hair natural and I'm going to do this. Or let's say like I weighed this much last year. I guess it's just more of like yourself. Like, what do you want to better in yourself? Do you want to better maybe your attitude or the way how like you wake up earlier this year, you go work out, or you're everything you do, like just leveling up.
Level up. I like that. Man, I'm so glad that we're talking about that because I do say that a lot. I'm like, what are you doing this year? It's got to be better than what you did last year. And I try to model that. I'm trying to model that. For the last 3 years, I've had short hair. But I'm going to leave it there. Right? So I don't want to come back and you see me in the neighborhood. I'm that 40-year-old guy that never left the neighborhood. I'm still in front of the bodega or the store throwing dice, never leveled up, still driving the same beater clunker. And you gotta thank God that you have something, but what are you doing to personally grow? Personal growth is very important. It's very important. How are you growing? What are you feeding yourself? And I think for personal growth, the first thing that we need to look at is what are you reading? What content are you putting in, right? Because what is the way that we physically grow? Eating. So what are you consuming? Are you eating junk food? Are you eating good stuff? And I think that personal growth involves what you're reading. And so I challenge people to at least read 12 books a year. That's the minimum. That's one book a year. Did you know God, I mean, he helped me, but I was able to read 26 books in 2025.
That's crazy.
It wasn't my goal, but I did it. I kind of tackled it in the summer too, and we'll talk about that. And when if you want mental health, you gotta take a break.
Yeah.
And so personal growth, what are you feeding yourself? I have a group. As a pastor, I have to oversee different groups. I have a board, an executive board, an advisory board. I have deacons. I have leaders. I have like a leadership of 50-something people, staff. And I'm always saying to them by the end of the year, hey, start looking for the books that you're going to be reading. And some people look at me like side eye. Some of y'all like, oh my God, here he goes. Like, what are you reading? What are you pouring into yourself? And I think the question will be like, well, what do I read? What do you want to grow in? Mm-hmm. Right? I started researching and growing in podcasting. I read some things so that I can give my ideas to the professionals. Hey, what do you think about this? They'll be like, man, he's read. He knows what he's doing. He's grown in that area. Of course, in the Word of God, I really got heavy in the summer reading a lot about spiritual warfare. I mean, I did a lot of books on spiritual warfare. I did a lot of books on prayer, how to pray. And then I came so filled with it that I grew in that area. And so that's how you're going to grow in personal growth. Part of it is what you're, reading. And I want to suggest to you, at least read a book. Mm-hmm. Read a book. What are you reading? What are you planning on reading? What do you want to grow in?
That's where actually I was saying that. They're like, well, it's on here. Like one of the resolutions, like learn. I guess not really a hobby, but I want to read more because I really don't read. Like it's just I get bored or like my attention span is like. It's very short, so I have to like.
It's a Gen Z thing.
Yeah, it's really bad. No, it's really bad. It's because we have like these like all these social media and stuff like that. So that's one thing I've been trying to do more is read. Yeah. And I mean, he gives out really good book recommendations.
But there's alternatives to that. There's audio.
Yeah, but then I feel like I don't learn anything because
you're not taking notes.
Yeah, because I have to look, I have to read, and like I'm more like hands on. So. I have like Kindle I can do as well. Yeah. That I can do.
That's my go-to now. Yeah. I'm not allowed to buy books anymore. Yeah.
I can do that. I can buy books, but I don't have anywhere to put them. So
that's like, the problem.
I don't have a bookshelf.
I've been forbidden.
Well, I have a bookshelf, but my parents have a lot of books.
Yeah.
So I could just steal one of theirs, but.
Yeah, well, listen, I think that's important to read, get a topic of what you want to grow in. These are doable goals. You want to grow? It's content. What are you putting in? Not only that, Gen Zers, but you have podcasts. You have podcasts, right?
I do listen to podcasts.
Well, listen to this one, right? You have podcasts. That's why we do it, so that people can grow. Hey, listen, I didn't know I learned that by listening to this podcast, right? So there's podcasts. Some top podcasts I like. Craig Rochelle is great. I like that for me in leadership. There's John Maxwell.
Yeah.
There's good stuff there. Anything that preachers, I don't follow a lot of preachers. I'm very, careful with that. I tell everybody just, not because I want everybody listening to their pastor. That's not what it is. It's that when you're eating from so many sources and you want to grow from their, different sources, it's hard. So I stick to like maybe one, and I switch every year. So, I've listened to some Rich Wilkerson stuff. I love him in Miami. I'm really big now on Philip Anthony Mitchell.
Yeah.
I'm really big on him. And that's it. I'm not going there. I'm done with these, So there's different content for personal growth. Mm-hmm. Now you said mental health. That's so important because, nowadays everybody online is a therapist.
Yeah.
That's scary. Everybody online is either a therapist
or a preacher.
Girl. And we're giving people, say it again, or a what?
Or a preacher.
Or a preacher. Everybody online is either a therapist or a preacher. And it just kills me. They didn't go to school, or they did go to school, fresh out of school. Now they're using these therapeutic measures and trying to, equate it to the Bible and theology. We're mixing stuff up. I'm like, it's crazy. And so anybody with social media is given a platform to speak into lives. And I think it's just dangerous.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous. So what I want to say is that we should really take the content and for our mental health, evaluate it.
Mm-hmm.
But some easy ways for mental health is take a break for yourself.
Yeah.
Take a break for what you said earlier.
Yeah. It's like taking a Sabbath. I mean, we all know God rested. So we should rest too.
Mm-hmm.
I think some things, I mean, I think the Jewish do it. They
have the Sabbath.
On Saturday, I believe. Yeah. So I think it's definitely important just to take a day. And that just sets boundaries too. Like you can't, like you'll say, okay, Saturday will be my Sabbath. And then you still go out, you still do this. Mm-hmm. You have to take time, like set boundaries up, whether it be like, okay, I won't hang out this day. Or if I guess some things can like, there are some exceptions, but for the most part, I think it's very important that you take just a day to yourself. Maybe just get off social media because even that alone, like you said, like it really can ruin your mental health. And yeah, I think just taking a break. For
mental
yourself.
Health could be going to get a massage.
Yeah, that too.
But the Sabbath and the day off are two different things.
Because day off is like you run errands, you do stuff that you can't do when you're working.
Yeah. My day off is on Monday, and I'm still doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
My mind is not off. My mind is not on break, but I'm still doing things. I'm paying bills. I'm doing stuff. I do some radio appearances on Monday. And so that's not really a day off. I'm talking about sabbatical, resting, enjoying God's nature, enjoying the things he's given to you. He give you family, then turn off the phone.
Yeah.
And put on a candle. The Jewish do that on the Shabbat. They let it burn and sit there and look at your family and eat. That's a Sabbath.
Get to know your family.
Get to know your family.
Because I feel like sometimes people don't know their families. They're just too busy.
And where do we get to know them? On a Sabbath. I did that yesterday and it wasn't my Sabbath. Yeah, I did that. I worked out. I took time for me and some people that I went to work. I did a really massive workout for my mental health. You can do that. There's so much toxins that you release and endorphins that you get from working out. There's been times when you do the running thing, we call it the runner's high. You don't have to get high on none of that stuff, caffeinated up. When I was done at the gym, I was so hungry and I just wanted to spend time with family. I turned off my phone and we went to a really great restaurant and I ate a big, fat, juicy steak and we just talked for the first day of the year.
Yeah.
And that was God pleasing. That's what the Jewish do. That's what the Bible shows us. That when you enjoy your family, that's a Sabbath. Even God rested on the Sabbath. And so when we have rhythms like that, before I used to be at dinner and I'll have my phone with me in the restaurant.
Yeah.
People are texting me. I'm people are texting me now. And you really want mental rest. You want mental health, learn rhythms. And we learned that, I believe, in 2025, working where we took, even in September.
Yeah.
And we just said, we're just going to be in his presence and not do business as usual. And we have to learn that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because we'll die. Where are we up to? What number we got?
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That was our 5th one.
Let's do one last one.
Okay. Wait, that was our 4th one. We have spiritual growth.
Spiritual growth. So people want to lose weight.
Yeah.
They want to learn how to save money. They want to grow personally.
Yeah.
They want to have good mental health. And the last one is
spiritual growth.
Yeah. I think they all go together.
Yeah, me too.
Spiritual growth is so important. Probably there's no priority here. How do you see spiritual growth doable, attainable this year?
It's like what you were saying earlier. Like it's how do you grow in like physically eating? Yeah. So I think it's really that, and just seeking God and reading his word. And I think a lot of people think it's like, I was saying this the other day, I think people think I like to read the word, but sometimes like there's days where I don't want to, or like I'm just like tired, or I'm just like I don't have time, and that's where you have to read it the most. when you're like, when you feel like you don't have time, or when you feel like you don't want to, or you feel like you just want to go to sleep, or you just make time, and you always have, it's like a discipline. Like you have to do it.
So you're telling me you don't have an appetite? Imagine you didn't have an appetite to eat every day.
Well, it's more like, let's say like I guess I'm tired. Like, you know, like I just want to sleep, or like I don't want to get up early. That's what I'm like more like I just don't want to sleep. Or I mean, like I just don't want to wake up, or like
make that time.
Yeah. And I think that's where, like for me, that was what it was like sometimes last year. Like I was just like, okay, I don't want to wake up earlier, or I don't want to like if it was late, then I'll be like, okay, like I don't want to do this. But then that's when I learned in September about the Acts prayer.
Yeah. That's good stuff. They don't got time for that right now.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to do a podcast just for that, about praying, taking the time. How long should we pray? At least.
It's not the maximum. It's the minimum of 1 hour.
Boy, mind blowing. You know, I think that's important. I think that if you want to grow, you're gonna have to intentionally set time aside to read scriptures, to pray. But spiritual growth is not just it's the most important, which is prayer and reading of the scripture.
I think with spiritual growth, then everything else comes.
Serving.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people, they're reading their scriptures and they're praying. But they don't give. They don't serve. They don't congregate. They think that they're doing something. Those three right there, you're still not spiritual. You want to be spiritual? There's a whole element to it. Spiritual means your soul. There's something great this holiday season when we were giving away gifts. When we gave away thousands of dollars to one day to feed the world. I think that changed the atmosphere of people. We were giving away our salaries, days of salary, right? And so that's spiritual. Serving. There's people that come to the house of God and sit there and consume, but that's not spiritual. So spiritual growth is not just reading the Bible. It's doing what the Bible says to do. And it's serving, community, fellowship, hanging out with each other. This is spiritual. Talking about his word is spiritual. So I think in these 5 things, and we have more, we'll probably give you some bonus content. But these 5 things are doable. I think you can lose weight, take care of your temple. Yeah. It's biblical because we're made up of body, mind, and spirit. And we talked about body, mind, and spirit. Mental growth, mental health, spiritual growth, personal growth, your soul, spiritual, nourishment. They all go together. And if your body's jacked up and you have your obesity and you're sick and you're going through all these things, you're not going to be able to pray. You'll be too tired to pray. You'll be too angry to pray, on antidepressants, on medications. So you got to take care of the temple. And if your spirit is not right and you're not taking in the content, then you're going to be doing crazy things and bad decisions, ruining the temple. Right? And so if your mental's not right, if you're not thinking straight, you're not going to put priorities. You're not going to be saving. You're not going to be doing anything. So we have to work on all these things in 2026. Take the first water.
If you enjoyed the conversation, make sure to subscribe and stay connected with us wherever you listen to your podcasts. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Podbean. Follow, rate, and share the show. It really helps us reach more people. We'll see you next time.